Ahoy there, I'm Captain Chris. I'm not a real captain, but I'm here to give you a few hints and tips about visiting Barcelona. We recently visited Barcelona as part of our cruise on P&O's cruise ship, Arvia. But many other cruise ships visit Barcelona as it's one of the world's great cities. And Arvia stayed there overnight, so we had 2 days in which to explore. And other cruises start and end in Barcelona. Barcelona's huge, so there's no way you can see everything in just a day or two. Nor can I tell you about every site there is to see, but I will show you some of the main sites and tell you how to get to them. Now, it's too far to walk into the city from the cruise ship port, so P&O provided a shuttle bus service. This is a free perk for passengers who pay the P&O select price, but comes at only a small charge for those who don't. It drops you at a huge bus and coach area, which is quite close to Las Ramblas, which is then quite easy to walk to for most people. Now, it's worth mentioning at this point the hop-on, hop-off bus service. There are 2 bus routes coloured red and blue that cover all the main sites. The 2 routes overlap, so you can switch from one route to the other, and you can join the red route from the place the cruise ship shuttle bus drops you at. It costs €30 for a day pass and €40 for 2 days, and you can get €2 off by buying online before you travel. If you use it a lot, it could be good value, but be careful not to be late back to the ship at the end of your visit, because each route can take a couple of hours, so it's not a quick way back to the ship if you're running late. Las Ramblas is a long straight avenue full of shops and street entertainers. It's busy at any time of day, but it's one of the most famous streets in the world and close to your drop-off point, so you really must see it. Partway along is a huge market selling fresh local produce. It really is a sight to see, and maybe buy a little fresh fruit or some sweets, maybe a gift to take home, or just have a stroll around and take it all in before heading back out onto Las Ramblas again. As in all big tourist locations, you should keep aware of the people around you and don't let a pickpocket ruin your day. One of the main sights to see in Barcelona is the incredible Sagrada Familia Cathedral. It's still a work in progress after over 100 years, so you have to ignore the cranes and scaffolding, but they say it's nearing completion now, although they have been saying that for quite a long time. Seeing it from the outside is incredible, with 1,000 details you could stop and stare at, but you can go inside too after passing through airport-style security. Tickets can be bought in advance and cost between €26 and €40, depending on whether you want access to the towers, a guided tour, or just explore by yourself. And it says on the website that there's a respectful dress code here, with no bare shoulders or short shorts allowed. But I have to say, when we were there, they didn't seem to enforce any of that, and the only thing I saw was one gentleman being told to remove his sun hat. The Sagrada Familia is too far to walk to from the drop-off point, so if you're not using the hop-on, hop-off bus, take the tube. The tube station, called Parallel, is easily walkable, and the purple line L2 goes directly to Sagrada Familia. It's quick, cheap, and the ticket machines are easy to use. If you're thinking of visiting the amazing Gaudi creation Park Guell, stay tuned, because I've got information about that coming up. But before that, could I please ask you to hit the subscribe button? Subscribing doesn't cost you anything, but it means you'll know when I post another video, and it lets me know you've enjoyed the videos I've already posted, which means a lot to me, so please subscribe. Thank you. Now, although many people might consider the Sagrada Familia to be Antoni Gaudi's masterpiece, there's another incredible place to see that was also designed by him, and that's Park Guell, which is up on a hill overlooking the city. You can see similarities in the design to the Sagrada Familia, and Gaudi had a house here which you can visit, and you can get a selfie with a mosaic lizard, or sitting on the beautiful benches, or on the steps. It's €10 to get in, but it's a little harder to get to. If you use the hop-on, hop-off bus, you'll need to switch to the blue route to get there, then use the blue route back until you get a chance to switch back to the red route, which will eventually get you back to the shuttle bus drop-off point. Leave plenty of time if you do that, as it will be a slow, circuitous journey. Quicker and easier is the tube again. Get on the Green Line, L3, either at Parallel again or one of the other stations near the shuttle bus drop-off, and that will take you directly to the Lesseps station. Once you're there, you've still got a kilometre uphill walk to the park, and there's a lot of walking to do once you're inside, but I think it's well worth it if you're able. Of course, taxis are available. Expect to pay about €25 from the cruise ship port to Park Guell one way, but it's cheaper if you take the shuttle bus to the drop-off point and then get a taxi, because that would be a shorter journey. We found the tube easy to use, and if you live in London or one of the other cities in the UK that have an underground train system, like Glasgow for example, you'll breeze through it no problem at all. A ticket for a single journey costs €2.40, or you can get a 2-day unlimited journeys ticket for €16.40, and they gave us a map of the underground as we left the ship. Also quite close to the shuttle bus drop-off point is the Columbus Monument, which is a very tall column with the statue of Christopher Columbus on top. Columbus is pointing his finger towards America, and there's a lift to the viewing platform at the top, which costs from €7.20. You really can't miss it from the drop-off point. It's absolutely enormous, and if you do use the hop-on hop-off bus, it's literally at the first stop you come to, but it's an easy short walk if you're able. Also quite nearby is the Mju Cable Car. It costs €15 for adults, 11 for children. There's 10% off if you buy your tickets online, or you can travel one way only and then walk back. It takes you to a lovely park and castle with views all over the city, and it's a great ride if you've got a head for heights. You can get to it on a funicular railway, which goes from Parallel Metro Station again, which is a half-mile walk from the shuttle bus drop-off point. There are countless other places to visit in Barcelona, not least for football fans, the giant Camp Nou stadium, although that has been closed for work to be done recently, so check it's open before you go. You can reach it by the blue bus route or the green tube line L3, getting off at the Royal Palace, Palau Real, which is also worth seeing. These are just a few of the many things to do, far too many for me to mention everything here today. But whatever you do in Barcelona, I hope you have as great a holiday as we did. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.